I'm not saying that introverts have photographic memories, but if you ever have something important to tell or ask them, they will remember. And that's a good thing. It means their attention isn't constantly drawn to their smartphones and TV screens. 2. While extroverts are good at listening, they can have a hard time knowing when to stop talking. Introverts have a natural sense of self-awareness and learn to listen more than they speak. This ultimately allows them to better understand what others are feeling. They don't interrupt, which is considered rude by many. Extroverts love having their say and aren't afraid to jump in when it counts. 3. Extroverts often speak before they think, whereas introverts tend to put more thought into what they have to say. As a result, introverted individuals are less likely to hurt someone else's feelings with an off-the-cuff comment. 4. Some people can be intimidated by an introvert's silence, but what looks like shyness or laziness is often a sign of deep thought and consideration. Give them a few moments to reflect before making a big decision. They think long-term. One of my biggest downfalls as an introvert is that I tend to get distracted by immediate problems or enticements. 5. Since introverts tend to listen well, they often have a knack for adding weight to their advice. Business executives who regularly receive input from employees often prefer more reserved advisors. They focus on what you are saying. Since introverts tend to listen well, they often have a knack for adding weight to their advice. Business executives who regularly receive input from employees often prefer more reserved advisors. 6. Paying attention to context and responding appropriately is a skill introverts often excel at. In terms of social interactions, that means taking into account what kind of situation you're in, say, a relaxed hangout with friends or an intense presentation at work, and adjusting your behavior accordingly. If it's early in the day and everyone's caffeinated and doing a lot of talking, be quiet. If everyone's tired toward the end of a long workday, speak up. 7. What a lot of people don't realize about introverts is that a good amount of their communication is nonverbal. They prefer to communicate through facial expressions, gestures, and eye contact. While you may view someone who doesn't say much as shy or rude, it's more likely that they're processing their thoughts before voicing them aloud. Don't underestimate them, they could be working out a whole response in their head as you speak. 8. And while some might use that as an excuse to discount introverts, there's a good reason they do so. A quiet person can often mean he's a good listener. So don't be afraid to let him speak if you want him to. He may say something worthwhile. 9. In most situations, we expect people to talk more than they listen. This goes for both personal and professional settings. However, introverts are naturally quiet in groups, so when an introvert does speak up, it often has a lot of weight behind it. If you want to win over an introvert, try listening more than talking. You'll quickly see how much you can learn from them.